All right, good evening, guys. Welcome back. We are the Collegiate Star League. This is Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and you've just tuned in to Map 2 of this Best of 3 series between Cal Poly Pomona and University of British Columbia. So, first map was Cash, going 16-13 in favor of Cal Poly Pomona, who is, on paper, the more favorable team, but if you would discuss with a lot of the maybe coordinators and captains of the teams here in CSL, make it a different story. So a little upset coming into the first map with Cal Poly taking it fairly convincingly, I might ask. Obviously a comeback coming in for UBC, but it did seem as if it was kind of in the palm of their hand the whole time, winning on a quasi-bye, which goes to show maybe just that aggressive power of Cal Poly. And now we're here on Cobblestone, so let's switch over to Will. Maybe give us your thoughts on what to expect here on Cobblestone.
Well, Cobblestone is known to be one of those puggier style maps, but then, like we've casted before, once those ops come out on CT side, it's really dependent on those ops. And I think literally every Cobblestone we've casted, it's come down to the wire. I don't think we've seen any one-sided stomps. So if there's anything that I could expect, it's going to be a close game.
Yeah, exactly. If history is anything to go by, this will definitely be a slobber knocker. And we're just getting to the knife round to pick sides. It can be important, I'd say. Obviously, we've been seeing some more CT-sided Cobblestone games in the past, especially here on CSL. We'll see if that trend continues, if the winner of this knife round will opt for that CT side. But we'll have to see if that is going to be UBC's favorable side. They actually do decide to go with the T side, so they obviously feel this is their more strong-suited side of the map, and I can definitely feel that. I would opt for the same. Obviously, I'm not on UBC, so I can't I can't read their minds, but I think it's nice to start with that momentum. It's very easy to go 3-0, 5-0 up on T side.
Joey, when we've been casting Cobblestone, it's like we said it was T-sided, but oftentimes we see this. Yeah, it never is. It's like it's been remarkably CT-sided in all these Cobblestone games that we've casted.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why I was kind of thinking they'd follow that trend, right, and just go for the CT side, opt for what's been favorable across the board. But obviously they have some strats in mind. I thought they were actually going to go for that fake. The drop fake and run A, like we saw earlier, but Complete just mowing him down. Stray gets a double, and just complete decimation here at drop. They kind of just committed one at a time, no real pop flash, not really an execute at all, in fact. It seemed as if they questioned whether they wanted to go fast B, kind of lingered in halls for a bit too long, and then just took the battles one at a time. Obviously, they were not expecting to see a firing squad and have 3 guys there towards drop, so a little unexpected, but regardless, you want to see some pop flashes, at least a little bit more coordination if you're going to try and take that part of the map specifically.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, not even seeing one flash, I think that tells a lot about the team dynamic and how much practice, how much teamwork they have. Looks like UBC, they are going to charge up towards this long side. They've almost squeezed out this CT player, but Stray with a nice crossfire is going to take out 2 of their players and Complete. It's a guy on drop, and no, Derpachu! He Complete shot that guy to like 99 points, and then he fell down to his death. Oh man, I don't even think he gets money, does he? Oh, he does get money, okay. -1, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I want to see. -1, 0, and 2, okay?
That's motivates you to get kills, right? Because you don't want to see that on the scoreboard. You're just like,
Derpachu top fragged in the first game, is bottom fragging 2 rounds into this game at -1 points. I like it.
God Vugo? Is Derpachu the new Vugo? Is he the god we've been waiting for? I think this might be time. Time will tell, in fact, as this B-Rush just comes straight into play. They have not even seen them run up this slope. They tried to crossfire, but P250 actually going to get better of them. Well, we see some Glock kills come into play. They're looking for him. Jason gets dropped, and they're just going to spam down with these SMGs, completely drop into the pit, and we'll actually see our hood get 1 Glock kill. So a little money in the bank, definitely not bad. Get a bomb down as well, and well, at least allow them to get full buys. Hopefully, Wums will pick up an op, and we'll start to see a little bit more long-range battles, and rather than just these all-out rushes we've seen pretty much every round.
Yep. And like we expected, kind of like I mean, the CTs get out ahead. Obviously, they won the pistol, so it's very easy for them to win the next 2 rounds. But, I mean, like when we've casted USC versus SGSU, I think literally USC won like 9 rounds on their CT side, and some of the other teams, I mean, they've been winning like 10 rounds on their CT side like consistently. So maybe Cal Poly Pomona, if they win this round, likely they're gonna win the next. And UBC, they want to stop this. But look at this boost. Look at this plat boost. They have Cal Poly Pomona putting 2 people on plat. That's very interesting.
Yeah, that could definitely be enough to catch a team off guard. They'll generally check one or two of the spots, but not both. And with 3 mollies rather left, they'll hopefully at least clear one of these spots. Generally, you'll save it for that side area. I call it the nothing spot. I know it's not called that, but that's what me and my 5-man call it. Because I see nothing play it all the time. Go for those spray downs, but
look, Joey, look at the time again. Look how slow UBC are playing. Every map they play, they don't even have long A control, and it's 40 seconds left. They've continued to play extremely slow in both maps, and I think it's going to cost them.
Yeah, 30 seconds on the map, and they're still walking halls. This is going to be detrimental. They were hoping to find an opening that they could capitalize on, and now just going for the smoke executes. This is the LG strat, so they're going to smoke off the doors, and actually Arhood from the long range finds that spray down onto Spiffy, and well, this could actually work for them. If they can get this molly down and stop this balcony push, they should be able to get the bomb down pretty safely as well. So Mahone gonna get the bomb down, 10 seconds left on the clock, and here comes the CT push. They're not respecting the smoke. They're gonna push right through him. Arhood gets caught off guard. Mahone luckily able to respond, get the trade, but it's just a complete slaughter by UBC. So slow execute, but they definitely calculated that. They went for the luminosity strat, had their smoke set up, perfect wall of smokes, and it did not get counted at all. We saw Cal Poly just push right on through, try and capitalize on that surprise factor, but they were prepared for it, and well, UBC finding their footing quite yet again into this first rifle round, and if they can break the second one here from Cal Poly, they'll definitely start to mount a little bit of a bank and get that momentum going.
Yeah, UBC able to pull that off. Arhood thankfully getting the most crucial kill, which is like man on site, and then the other Cal Poly players, they decided to cower behind the smoke, and the rotates just didn't come back fast enough. So UBC playing again their slow defaults. Wums, he's holding with an op, just waiting, and looks like the terrorists, they are gonna finally start creeping up now. But look at the CT positions. You got a man up in the tree boost, and then I believe, yeah, these are just fantastic positions from the CTs. It looks like they practiced their cobble too.
Yeah, definitely both teams seem prepared for this 4-man stack towards the B site. Definitely prepared for this. We're starting to see a little hesitation, but as the smokes come in, they're going to start to commit to these battles. Derpachu, again, man on the entry, looking for this position, trying to find this angle towards Coop, but he's unable to find the statue player, so he's going to just jump down Jason now on the entry. Derpachu finds the first kill. Mahone finds the second one here on site as he aggresses, and Jason E just grabbing 2 on the site, completely cleaning up B, and all 4 men down just in a second pretty much. It seemed as if they were set up to take it, but just lost all their aim battles, and that tree player really not doing as much damage as he really should have from such a high position.
God, finally, UBC coming alive, winning every single aim duel. They actually keep all 5 guys alive. They might chase the SOP, they might not, but finally UBC winning their aim duels, because on cash it was just Cal Poly winning their aim duels, and Mahone, he's chiming in on these entries. So finally UBC, they look like they have some life in them.
Yeah,
they just went
absolutely.
out and just won all those aim duels.
Yeah, it was definitely a confidence play from them. They didn't even push the clock down that much, so they weren't relying on that factor to come into play. They didn't really try and force the clock down so much and make the CTs question what was happening. They just took the aim battles and won them. Simple as that. Jason E pushing on the site, getting the last 2 kills as well, and pretty much just opening up that site completely. Obviously, we're seeing Derpachu and Arhood as well come into play. All the whole team, it seems as if UBC is finally clocked in, and we'll have to see if they can make more happen. Obviously, the only AWP right now is on Jordan. Pretty much full eco across the board. We didn't see much purchased, and yeah, we'll have to see if Cal Poly can make this comeback happen. At this point, I'm trying to see what. I'm trying to see what UBC's going for, what their general strat, what their default is. And it seems as if they do just kind of pressure A and then go towards B, or just walk A. Those are their two main strats, and obviously there's not a lot you can do. As you said earlier, Cobble is kind of a puggy map, akin to Dust 2. Obviously there's strats and executes you can make, but it really is about landing your shots and setting up for trades and being in the right positions. You can't have a guy with slightly worse aim, generally speaking, win a game, because they're going to put themselves in a position that's just completely unfavorable, and the guy with the more pristine aim is going to win those battles most of the time. So Cobble tends to be that. It's once you commit to a site, you're pretty much committed, and well, they've done that 2 rounds in a row. Make that 3 rounds now as the bomb goes off. Building a little bit more momentum, and it looked like they were actually going to lose that first rifle, right? They brought the clock down to 20 seconds before smoke executing, and still were able to get the bomb down with 10 seconds on the clock, and we're starting to see that old UBC.
Yeah, we are, and look at the economy coming in from UBC. You have 2 players around $10,000, and you have another player around 6. So it looks like even if they lose a few rounds, they're going to be able to buy consecutive rounds. So the economy is looking really good for UBC, and it looks like another slow default coming in from UBC. So if UBC do make it on to the next round, I think the team that's going to be watching these videos can see, hey, on their T side, UBC likes playing really, really slow. And I think UBC will get, if they do move on, I think they're going to get punished from a lot of playoff teams.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely coming down to the small details with these teams. Maybe actually just UBC is extremely favorable on this map. Obviously, they chose T-side for a reason. They have a lot of confidence with their executes, and even going for this split. So this could very well just be an A split. Bomb still towards drop, and they're going to have to play late, obviously, trying to get this rotate to come into play. As Spiffy gets the first kill, he's going to fall back to site, but none of the CTs are budging. Finally, the number 2 man is going to start to cheat his way over Jordan, playing the double doors. He's going to get smoked and flashed, and is going to have to change up his position as well. So this is just enough to open up the drop zone. Jason E and Arhood are actually just going to walk out B-long, so a complete fake coming into play. All 4 CTs have rotated. And yeah, this is the classic Luminosity, the one we saw at Cluj, and they're just completely splitting the site. Obviously, they weren't able to win those battles, but Arhood grabs a double spray down, 6 spray transfer by this guy, nearly through the door as well, and now it's a 2-on-2, so what was looking like an easy retake for Cal Poly is now completely disadvantageous. Luckily for them, Jason E is on super low HP. He's going to have to crouch here behind Fountain, gets completely caught off guard. Arhood from the chicken coop, able to get a double kill. Arhood with the 4K for the round, completely carrying his team on such an important round as well, which will pretty much guarantee them a 5th. And Arhood playing insane right now.
Yeah, that is exactly what we needed to see in the first map. Actually, Arhood did get a 4K in the first map to clutch it as well, but you want to see Arhood and Mahone. When these guys are at the top, then that's when UBC is playing their best Counter-Strike. Cal Poly, Pomona, they are going to be on yet another safe. Stray with a full buy, so a clear miscommunication coming on here. But regardless, it should be hopefully another round from UBC. They won't lose another anti-eco. That would be pretty devastating. Again, UBC going back to their slow defaults.
That's been working out for them 4 rounds in a row. Pretty much what's assured these round victories. Even what looked like that Luminosity play falling apart as they tried to split A from slope and drop, or split B rather in this case, from slope and long. They still managed, all thanks to the strong lower back of Arhood, getting that double indoor was kind of what set the pace for that round. Really hard to expect him to win that 1v2 as well from, especially from Coop, which is such a bangable position. So easy to get spammed and for CTs to exploit that position, but he's still able to win it. And here comes that slow execute. They're actually trying to find the zone. He's hiding here in danger. I don't know if they've actually spotted him. They are completely giving up that aim battle if they have, and well, this could be huge for him. Zone still in A-halls, and maybe able to catch one of these guys off guard, but they're wary of his position. Ro32 finds him, so they just stalled that battle, get the bomb down as well, and only P2 fifth in the round, but Biffy 5-7 just going to try and find some sort of exit kill, and this will be a fifth round now for you. He does actually get the AK-47, picks up some nades while he's at it, just going to fall back, but he will get inevitably pincered
down. Yep.
Chasing 117. So
Ooh.
actually second one, and doing a little bit more damage than you'd expect. Regardless, UBC getting that round, and now we're gonna have to see if the AWPs from Cal Poly are gonna be strong enough to hold off these executes, because they commit for sure, and unless they're throwing one of those LG strats, more often than not they're just funneling out of a choke point. And if these AWPs can go ham, we will definitely see some closer rounds. And that's what you were stating earlier, right? Is the ops need to go huge. A lot of Jason, insane.
Oh god.
Insane moments winning that op battle as well. So that's an op down. Two CTs are just completely fallen off the map. And they still haven't even committed to any of these choke points at all either. They just found their picks, fall back, reset, and the CTs overcommit to any of these battles.
Yeah, so I mean, I was just gonna say, yeah, I completely agree with you. The CT side ops have to go huge, and just as I say that, both oppers get picked, and it looks like UBC, they are gonna charge onto this B site, but that's where two players are waiting. So all four players on plat. Kind of a miscommunication. Nobody committing to this drop down. Finally, Jason gets that kill onto Jordan, but Complete, he's still on the site, and Mahone cleanly tears his head off. Now Stray, he's gonna have to save this, but can he save it? No, Arhood. Actually, Stray looks like he was going for it instead of saving it, so Arhood is gonna punish that. And now, just look at the money. Oh my goodness. UBC, they could probably buy out for the rest of the half. Meanwhile, Cal Poly Pomona, they're gonna be on another half buy, and then they're gonna save for a full buy next round. But even if they win a round, they might get their economy broken. So Cal Poly Pomona, they're gonna be struggling to get some rounds. Finally, we see some T-sided affair on Cobblestone in CSL.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, we would expect this generally. If we went into a game blind, we'd say, "Oh yeah, it's Cobble's slightly more CT or T-sided. You know, expect 9 or 10 rounds." But not here at CSL. We have not seen that at all. It's been quite the opposite. In fact, very CT-sided when it comes to the SJSU-USC matchup, one that will definitely go down in history for one of the best CSL games. If you haven't seen that, definitely worth checking out the VOD. Was not paid to give this shameless plug. It's just a good video to watch, so you can check out the C Star League channel for those VODs. Stray actually going for the aggressive play, and he actually finds the op on 1-1, so that's going to be a free gun and a huge position for him as well, but he actually overcommits, tries to flash peek, and Arhood standing up here and drop. He will find it, and that's, well, at least a little redemption for the T's, but regardless, losing that op so early in the round could definitely be detrimental.
Yeah, but Spiffy must have heard Jason E running away, so you can see the quick rotate from Complete coming in, so it's going to be 3 CTs on this B site, but they only have pistols, so theoretically UBC should have a pretty easy time entering out onto this site, and yep, here come the kills from Mahone and Ro32. Ro32 has been a really strong entry fragger for UBC as well. I shouldn't really count him out either. And it looks like Spiffy, he came with the fast flank with 2 fast kills, and look at the 2 players. They're only on 10 HP combined. If he knows this, he would pull out his pistol. And it looks like he is going to pull out his pistol anyway. No, he doesn't know how low they are. He's going to tap the bomb, trying to play around these players. He knows where both these players are. Both around the square. He's going to tap it again. Can't actually find the bomb. He taps it again, trying to bait out the players. Gets the first kill. Can he get the second kill? He taps it one last time. Oh! Actually, they still do a ton of damage. So that was like a half buy, and they took out every single gun from UBC. So that's a good thing from Cal Poly, but good thing for UBC since they won what 6-7 rounds in a row. They have the economy to buy pretty safely, despite losing all 5 members.
Yeah, definitely. And well, you gotta feel for Spiffy. He put his heart into that round. Definitely close. Ooh, I've never seen that rare inspect on the Falcon. That was crazy. I've never seen that before, where he balances the knife on his. Like I've never seen that in game. I've seen it on like YouTube videos, but isn't that like a rare inspect thing? Like 1 in
No,
1,000?
no. When you balance it, okay. So there was a Reddit thread where like
Oh, okay.
he looks at the floor and he balances on his hand, so it defies gravity. You know what I mean? Because like he
Okay,
balances the knife
yeah.
on his hand, but he looks at the floor, and they're just like Volvo CSGO logic, please.
please, please fix. Game's unplayable. I love all those shit posts where it's just obviously like total nitpicking, but you know it's CS fans. We love to nitpick. We're all about details. Every single text and pixel matters in this game. Jason E actually opening up towards the A. That's going to cause a rotate as well. So only 2 now towards the B. Bomb making its way here, and oh, this would be a great time to execute on the B. They're all kind of cheating towards A, and now they're going to hear the footsteps in Hall, so they're going to fall back to their positions. Luckily, just in time, Complete watching Broken Wall. Jason going to molly Coop. He's going to be the first man to go down. Complete changing his attention towards drop. He's unsure of where this is coming from, and they've already swarmed around him, so it's a complete just execute now. Stray at least chimes in, gets one. He's looking for a frag through the smoke, but pulls a nade out, so unable to find those tracers. And well, this is all in the hands of him now. Unable to do anything. 1-1s from Platt. Picks up that AWP kill, and yeah, we definitely just saw a complete fake. Once they got that first entry towards the A site, all the CTs rotated. And the execute came in with only 2 CTs, but they were still divided, all their attention. We saw even in this case, I believe it was Complete. He found the first kill onto Jason E on Platt, and he wasn't sure if they were going to push drop, so he completely diverged his attention, and well, it got swarmed. The inevitable happened. Here comes that CT aggressive play down mid, but here's where that passive play just completely pays off for UBC. They're completely set up for this type of play. In fact, they're set up for this type of play every single round. And,
Yeah.
Finally comes, and it pays off. So they get that easy 9th round, and we'll see. We'll see if the ops can finally now do something for Cal
Yeah, I'm
Poly.
gonna rant a little bit here, cause god damn it, UBC, why do you have to make me look bad? Because we were cause the other 2 guys were hyping up Cal Poly Pomona, right? And I'm like, nah, UBC got this. Like, don't worry about it. And you guys are like, no, Cal Poly Pomona is gonna upset. I'm like, nah, UBC's got this. And then the first map, they're pretty much non-existent. And now you can see them completely dominating 9 rounds in a row. This is the UBC that I was counting on in the first game, but apparently, you know, they just want to make me look bad, so they decided to lose the first game and come out big in this game. Thanks a lot.
As we all know, Will just lost a lot of skins. He he bet heavily on UBC.
Yeah, I do sound salty. Oh.
No, it's completely in my opinion, it's reasonable in the case that like you know how UBC is, you know their potential, so you're just kind of disappointed. It's like watching a friend, you know, fail when you know, like, come on, dude, you're better than that. So
Yeah.
I get it. It's more disappointment. You're not salty. Like they might be salty that they lost cash. I can definitely understand that, especially the circumstances in which they lost it, losing 2 or 3 quasi buys, losing to Tech 9 rushes like that towards B happened definitely way too much. They're gonna have to maybe resort how they play that B. Maybe go for that Mahone play and vent. Definitely work better for them. But here comes the execute into play. Down a man, and all the CTs have rotated, so they're definitely set up for this time. Not falling for it. Unfortunately, the A-man was unable to get a kill, so they're not going to overcommit. Not going to over-rotate towards A, but AWP now on 1-1. He's trying to look for anything. He finds something. Stray overcommits here from Statue, and there's still a player here. Statue and Coop completely wrap around the bomb planter. The Opera can't find anything. No. What is going on right now? This is just a complete, I don't even know. Hoop fest. And Arhood, the last man, hiding behind Dwayne Johnson, unable to find anything, and that was insane. I've never I thought the
I
CT
think-
was gonna knife the planner.
Yeah, I think Jordan, or is that Jordan? Yeah, Jordan playing a little bit of a Kerrigan right there. You know, remember when Kerrigan wrapped around with his USP, just full on missed all 12 of his, or he missed the kill on Kenny, and Kenny goes, what? Flicks on his head, and then flicks on someone else too. That's what I feel like Jordan just did. I think he just charged at Mahone, just missed all his bullets. I gotta rewatch that, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Mahone
Yeah, I don't.
just sitting there planning like, please don't kill me, please don't kill me, and he's just sticking it.
But maybe he doesn't see me if I don't look at him. If I don't see him, he doesn't see me, man.
That looked like what was going on right there.
Yeah, it's a pretty hysterical round for both teams, in fact. And, well, back to the kind of standard play, 3-2 split now. Cal Poly kind of reading that this might be an A favor, or they might favor A site this time, considering the just drastic failure that was that B. And, yeah, it looks like we're going to have Spiffy on the first engagement. Wumwum's going for the boost, getting the off angle, completely catching him off guard. Sick movement by Wumwums.
Beautiful.
Yeah, just
that was.
had no idea that was coming. Definitely have to hit that jump to even make that play happen. So that entry is actually going to completely divide the CT play. We're going to have to see one rotate here towards double doors, and here comes Execute. Stray in a great position to spray, but he actually overcommits to the peak, gets completely just destroyed by our hood. And yeah, we're definitely starting to see the choke come out at Cal Poly after such a convincing map on Cash. I think this might be the death of them, at least Cobblestone. We'll have to see what happens on the third map, but hey, we could finally be getting our T-sided Cobblestone. For all we know, we're finally getting, or at least I'm finally getting what I've called this map pretty much every time we've casted it, and
Yeah.
always get disproven.
I know. We both understand that Cobble is a T-sided map. It's just for some reason. I mean, you see it in pro games too, where it's just becoming more in CT-sided. So I guess when both teams understand how the game's supposed to work, you see a little bit more CT side coming out. And it definitely. I mean, this map was UBC's choice, by the way, guys. For those of you guys who are watching, so clearly, I think Cal Poly Pomona not as prepared as UBC on this map. And UBC taking huge advantage of that, going up 10-4.
And maybe it's a case of us watching too many Navi games, and obviously they're kind of known lately for being very good on the T side, and then pooping the bed when it comes to CT. So, but yeah, like you said, it is pretty evident that it is a more T-sided map, but with time, that meta is kind of starting to shift as teams are figuring out the map, not overcommitting to rotates. Not taking too many aim battles early on, just falling back to sites, and really not giving those entries, because that's all the terrorists are looking for early game. And in fact, I actually got to credit UBC. I think they're playing the map correct, in the sense that you want to wait for the CTs to make a mistake in the first minute. This is huge on this kind of map, because if the CTs start walking over you, you need to take a step back. But it seems like they've just taken a step back from round one, and not really adapting to the style of play we're seeing from Cal Poly, which is they're not pushing anything. There's no reason to burn this minute on the clock. So I respect the way they're playing the map in its theory. I think they're playing it theoretically correct, but I don't think they're quite adjusting to the way Cal Poly Pomona is playing. Regardless, it's working out for them. You can't really fault them. But at the same time, there hasn't been a lot of aggression, and it's not going to give them a lot of time to clear spots. So in fact, Stray here at the nothing spot, not really going to get contested. Finally, a Molotov is going to come out, and he's just going to get burnt alive. Actually, a 7 HP still surviving, and yeah, like you said, this is just a complete B fake. They're going to fall back towards A, and there's only one guy in halls actually that's going to hear this. The second guy cheated up a little bit more towards Long Jordan. He's going to have to get the spray down. He hears them cross, and they actually have no idea any of the CTs. They think they've completely caught him off guard. Goes for the spray. Jordan finds the first kill. Spiffy as well chiming in from the rotate, and yeah, they didn't clear the halls. They didn't have enough time, and it's actually getting traded. So yeah, TK coming in, Mahone chimes in, and now it's just up to Derpichu. It looked like they should have had the site, but they didn't clear the halls. But Derpichu turns around, gets the 180 kill, wins the round for UBC. Insane play from this man, and they played it to the T. Jordan and Spiffy stayed in halls. They didn't get spotted. The clock was run down by UBC yet again. It looked like, oh, this is totally Cal Poly's round. And they can't find the last kill. They can't kill Derpichu. They got 4 kills. They just can't kill Derpichu. This man's nuts. and he'll clutch the round, gets the double kill in the end. Swift 180 as well, and well, here comes that favor towards A. They're actually just going in loud, not even hiding this at all. Jason E gonna spot it, gonna fall back, and now here comes the rotate towards A. CTs really should be rotating now. Jason E spotted all of them. I don't know why they're even questioning this. They think they're getting faked out. UBC may be a little overthinking it, but well, now they will for sure. As the T aggression comes to a halt, they will definitely start to question whether this is a fake. So definitely rotating in time, and now they'll rotate back. So I was starting to think they were overthinking that round and may have potentially just threw that A rush, but slowed it down and back to their default. So
Yeah.
not too much loss.
The two terrorist players from Cal Poly Pomona, it looks like they're gonna fake long B, and then the rest of the team is gonna hit up A. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna wind down the clock to make it look like it's not a fake. So they're gonna try to make it look like they're committing to this B site. But Zone, however you say his name, gets spotted out by Derpachu, and he gets spotted out going over towards that B side. So proper 3-2 split, and it looks like Derpachu. Yeah, he's just gonna go over to this B side. He saw the bomber just casually walk over to B.
Oh my God, this fake is working perfectly. The 2 T's rather, and the decoy actually gonna pull them over. Jason E getting a kill as well, and here comes the bomb on towards the site. 1-1's is finally gonna spot it, but it was too late. Just gets completely manhandled, and well, at least they have the man advantage, only getting 1 kill on 1-1's, and here comes the fast retake. They don't have a kit, but they're already here on site, so now it's just a matter of winning these aim duels. Jordan finds the first kill, now's his own, trying to find something here from Statue. He's getting completely pinned in, and now there's only one guy here on flat. He is the point man. If he can stay alive, Spiffy can be a huge contender in this round, and they're able to win it. Cal Poly Pomona winning a much-needed pistol, and kind of swinging that momentum, getting a 5th round. And maybe this could very much be that T-sided cobble. I won't bring it up again, but I really think we could very well get that game we've been looking for. But, you know, commentator's curse. I've totally jinxed it, and now it's going to be 16-5. UBC is just going to take it, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of curious. Derpachu spotted the guy going back B, but I guess he assumed that he wrapped back long or something, long A. But, I mean, he spotted the guy and made the right call initially, but then got sold by the refake.
Yeah, definitely a lot of fakes on fakes, right? It's like a lot of double fakes going on, and it can definitely mess with your brain. It might be one of those games where you just want to stay put and don't rotate at all. Like, wait for a bomb plant, just commit to retakes. And, well, UBC, another just eco. Standard for them. Our Hood would like to find something with this 5-7. It's not looking like the case. They're just playing for exits. 1-1 gets corners himself in that case, and yeah, he's just hiding all the way back here. So I guess he's got Kevlar. It's not bad to save it in the situation. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. See if Cal Poly will just continue this pure out aggression. It appears they have the opposite mentality of UBC. Like, they don't want to hold it all. They just want to completely get in your face, catch you off guard, don't give you time to set up, like, run through your smokes. Just, you know, they're the Stewie 2K of Counter-Strike, whereas, like, UBC seems to be the Na'Vi of CSL. Yeah, exactly. So we'll see if this trend continues, if Cal Poly will keep this up. I assume they'll settle it down and slow up a bit when it comes to the buy rounds, but regardless, we're having that A aggression. Seen this before. This actually could very well work for Cal Poly because they're not as passive when it comes to these rounds. Jason E finding 1 kill. They will fall back towards from long. They were committed. Had that push come in just a couple seconds later, actually could have worked out really well for UBC, but they pushed just in time for CPP to fall back, take those aim battles. Obviously, they have the better weaponry, so it's going to be pretty standard for them, but again, that was just a fast halls push, right? Like, the only reason it didn't work out is because UBC matched that aggression, and they just ran into some unfavorable aim battles.
Yeah. If UBC held angles instead of, like, aggressing like that, they probably could have had a little bit more success, but, you know, in the end, it is just a full-on save round. So after this round, you're going to see UBC go into full buy. Cal Poly trying to chase for some more cash in their bank with their SMGs, but we're gonna see how many ops are UBC gonna pull off on their CT side. So you see pretty much their whole team went into full save. I'm pretty sure 1-1 is gonna go buy an op, But then is Mahone also gonna buy a glass cannon op? It's gonna be. I'm wondering if they're gonna go into double op or just a single op setup. Nope, definitely a single op setup. So you're gonna see 1-1s. He's gonna buy the op. Let's see where that gets deployed and if he can get the first pick. Cal Poly, look at them. They went for a double op setup.
Yeah, no fear on them. They want to take these aim battles outright, and we'll see if that aggression continues. I wouldn't be surprised to see them, but they're actually going to opt for more standard play. Wait to see if anyone's going to try and hop up here onto plat. Obviously, a Molotov is going to signify that, well, that's not quite going to come into play right now, but this is a pretty sick one-way smoke, actually. Yeah, they're actually going to boost over this, and it's a boost versus boost. 1-1's is barrel sticking right between the legs of the statue. Spiffy's jump spotting, and he can't see it, yeah. So technically he can see the gun, but he's not seeing the gun. So it was just a complete standoff, neither of them being able to see each other. The beautiful tunic of the statue actually blocking Spiffy from the POV of 1-1. So both of them kind of stuck in these positions where they can't see each other. And yeah, they'll fall back. 1-1's actually just going to keep holding this angle. So it's a really strong position with an op because it's really mitigates that risk that comes from exposing yourself with an AWP, because all that you have to do is fall back. Like, and you have complete cover. So unless you're going against an Olafmeister who's just going to rip off your head, or a Simple that's just running around one-tapping, you're going to be all right. You're going to be able to take your first shot and fall back, just like we're seeing right now. Stray actually gets the first opening, and Derpachu cleaning up that flank. Huge kill for them. Now they only have to worry about the two plat players. The zone just going to aggress with the AWP. Spiffy, last man on plat. He finds the first kill, almost finds the second flick. Little does he know, both these CTs are extremely low, but no time. He's going to have to fall back. Bomb's stuck down on site, and he's going to be happy saving this op. Unfortunately, Zone maybe just pushed a little too aggressively in that situation. Obviously, time was short. You kind of have to make the play happen. But in any case, they bring it a lot closer than was expected, in my opinion. And UBC at least able to win that round as they should. And it's going to be kind of a economy standoff at this point. Cal Poly nearly on their last buy round. They have a little money in the bank to probably half buy in the following round. But more or less, this is both teams on the last one.
Yeah, Cal Poly Pomona is saying, screw that slow play, we're going to just play out fast. Gets that first kill onto Jason Lee, causes rotates, Derpachu falling back on site. And yeah, I think the fast play is just shooting from Cal Poly.
Oh, almost gets sprayed down by Derpachu. Actually only gets one before going down. And like you said, that fast play is just working out so favorably for them. They were unable to get more than the one trade. So Derpachu goes down, and now it's a 2-on-4. They need to save these rifles. This is starting to get to a scary point. 1-1's actually gets the kill on site, so they actually haven't even committed, so he can actually keep playing here, as Arhood as well, from the vent side, is able to get a kill as well. So bomb down. They have no idea where the CTs are positioned, so they're playing a little bit more hesitantly than they need to. At least he recovers the bomb. They're going to be able to get it down with plenty of time. And it was looking like what they should have saved, but they know better than me. They were able to turn this around and bring it to a 2-on-2, and this could very well be doable.
Yeah, Arhood and 1-1's coming in from Hut and the connector. 1-1's gets that first kill onto Ram. That is huge. Complete. Now he's stuck on site. He gets the first kill. 1-1's knows where he is, but he has no armor, so he has to slam the shot, and he gets aim punched. Complete with a nice clutch. And that's going to claw Cal Poly Pomona back into the game. UBC, they are broke. They're going to go probably into a double save here.
That was sick movement by Complete. To jump on top of the hut, that was like the most anti-meta strat ever. Because everyone expects you to jump onto that broken wall, hop on top of the hut on site, right? Like, that's the most standard play. But he pretends to jump, he jumps to make the sound, and then falls back down onto site. And his aim was completely off. He completely catches the last guy off guard. So really sick by Complete. I don't know if that was intentional, maybe he just missed the jump, but regardless, it totally faked the CT. It worked, and it actually looked completely on purpose. Like, I was watching Complete the whole time, and that looked like he's done that before. He looked very comfortable in that position, and that was sick. Definitely the first time I've seen that. And to win a 1-on-2 like that, huge, huge win for that team. And, well, this could definitely be starting to bring that scoreline closer and closer. Cal Poly only 4 rounds, maybe 3 rounds behind UBC now. And UBC has only got that one round CT side, so it's starting to look pretty scary for them. They're set up. They got one man enforced. Arhood playing really close. Derpachu is in a great position as well, so they're all just playing extremely close angles, trying to see if they can find some cheap kills. They're unable to find anything. Stray gets a triple entry. Is this man off my... Arhood. I don't know what he... Oh my god, Arhood with the UMP.
With the choke!
God,
Oh my god.
How does he not get that kill? I don't even know, but Womwom's actually going to get the P250 kill, grabs AK-47, and well, actually two of these Ts are extremely low. He doesn't know, though. I mean, you'd like to think Arhood would calm that. Like, I lit one of the guys. I think he lit two of them. And, well, regardless, that was definitely a choke. You hate to see that. That was... He was in forest. No one checked him at all. Like he was in the perfect position.
Yeah, he was in the perfect position. He had good trigger discipline by not firing on the first guy. That was the right move. But then he gets out of position, and then just straight up whiffs on that guy who was literally standing 2 feet in front of him. That's a little bit embarrassing. And oh man, I guess the save is the right call at this point. But he should have had 2 frags. Gets 0.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Oh.
He should have put one to a 1v1, not a 1v3, right? Like that should have been a very plausible round for UBC. At the very least, extremely expensive. And regardless, it's important that he didn't get those kills. Obviously, for Cal Poly, they're going to be able to retain most of these rifles. They're not even that lit with the money either. Like they don't have a lot to work with. Here comes the bomb. It's just a full execute on the B. They're gonna just go for that advantage. They can smell blood in the water. They're able to find the first kills. The zone able to at least get a trade, and they're already on the site. So they just totally take advantage of the site. Recognize that it's most likely a double save. It was a forced buy that they went against, and here comes the aggression here from Arhood. Finally gets that UMP kill for his troubles, jumping through the smoke, and he needed some redemption after that previous round.
Yeah, look at Derpachu's position. The Opera has no idea he's here, and he gets that insta-kill onto the Hut guide, so now the last player is up on plat, and they know exactly where he is. They take the open duel, but Stray gets 2 kills. Jason Lee, he has enough time for this, surely, right? Oh, it's gonna be so close.
Yeah, this is definitely down to the last second. You know Kit, but he's unable to get to the to Cal Poly Pomona. So unfortunate for UBC. It looked like that was a close round. They could have had it. Obviously, if they had a Kit, it would have been theirs for the taking. But there we go. I believe we're actually still playing on the. I don't know if we've reset to the 35-second bomb timer because we still have the 145 round time, which makes me assume we're also playing for the 35-second. That's what it displays on the screen. Obviously, I'm assuming that's correct. So, maybe if we're playing with the 40-second bomb timer, they would have had that, right? So, definitely something to take into consideration. Regardless, not gonna get that round, and it's gonna be complete full buy versus full buy, and both teams again just at the complete end, the bitter ends of their economy, and both will have to just force save if they lose this. So going for another aggressive B. They understand. They found that this works for them. So Stray goes for the entry, finds it again. This man is insane. Finally gets traded by Womwom. And we're going to see if AT press here on the site. Spiffy, unable to find a kill, but finds one. Jordan, a little too quick on that rotate, but Derpachu also chiming in now. It's all down to the zone. He's going to fake plant, finds the first kill. He knows there's one man. And Nade comes in. He knows exactly where Jason E is now. So he's going to go for the plant again. This time fully committing. Actually, it's another double fake. Nade coming out. He looks for the spray. The zone is insane right now. Getting the clutch. Another 1v2. I don't know how many times I can say this. Cal Poly are just coming out on top again and again on these 1v2s.
Oh, these are not rounds UBC can lose. I mean, Womwom's got a massive 3 kill on that tree position, which is extremely difficult to pull off with an op. I mean, he got the first 2 kills, did a 180, killed the guy, drop, and then it was a 1v2 situation. At that point, all they have to do is maybe just wait, just give them the bomb. But squandering that round, and look at Spiffy. He just says, screw this, I'm just gonna pile onto this fast play. And UBC, they don't have an answer.
Yeah, I like commentary on Spiffy. He's just running. He just doesn't have enough Fs to give right now, man. He knows they're ecoing. He's like, whatever. I got a P90. Like, Literally, I don't care if they have. Let's get this round over. Let's get into the next buy round. We know we have the momentum, and they don't want to squander that for anything. There's no reason to slow play when you know you have every advantage, and now they have that confidence as well, which could just allow them to keep steamrolling. We'll see if they go for this B play again. You'd expect a 4-stack from UBC because of how much they've been conditioned time after time on these buy rounds, and well, it looks like they are opting for that hall control, at the very least early round. Cal Poly looks like they are favoring that B site and slowing up a bit, but you wouldn't expect any aggression out of UBC. They're completely shell-shocked at this point. Probably don't know how they've lost these rounds time and time again. I really like to see the AUG here on our hood. These guns haven't received a buff, but we are starting to see them get used situationally a lot more at high-level play. Tends to be just one player going for the scoped rifle, and it can be extremely invaluable, especially on a site like this, but they've already made it towards the site. They're already swarming out, and every time they get this kind of position, they win it. Stray, unable to find anything. Our hood chiming in with AUG. He's going to push flat. He finds the second one as well. It's all down to Jordan. Can't find anything with that spray down, and UBC finally win a B execute round when it was actually looking really unfavorable for them. The smokes came down, the split was coming out, but they used the smokes to their advantage and were able to wrap around. Our hood also pushing through, getting onto plat, finding 2 kills, and yeah, definitely a good adjustment here from UBC.
Yeah, goodness gracious. UBC, they're not playing anybody on that back plat, so they have no information until the terrorists literally make contact by broken wall. I mean, hopefully UBC will change it up. No, it looks like they're just gonna give up back plat again. But
Jordan,
Cal Poly,
insane burst, just pixel perfect aim by this man, completely dominating this A site. And now someone's gonna drop down. Can he find the spray down onto Mahone? No.
Oh.
And in fact, that's actually gonna get punished. He's gonna find a double spray down before going down. And now it's down to 2-on-2. Our hood, he's spotting the bomb. He knows that they're gonna have to jump down, but he actually covers it. I thought the bomb was on the other side of the ledge. Fortunately for them, it was not. He's able to recover it, and well, now our hood aggressing just a bit too much with that AUG, not waiting for Wums to support him. He gets completely sprayed down from the side.
Yeah, Wums in a 1v2 situation, but this is an excellent crossfire coming in from Cal Poly Pomona. There's really no way they can lose this crossfire, and they are not going to. UBC, again, losing to kind of like a semi-quasi-buy. I know 3 of them had AKs, but I mean, there was low utility. It was just a straight-on rush. And yet again, UBC's caught off guard by these fast plays. And look at the economy. Look at the state of the economy for UBC. They have to save this round, and they have to force the next round.
Hey, you called it early game. Called it before we even started. Every time we get a cast a cobble game, we get a close game.
We do.
Doesn't matter the teams, it's always close, and this is yet again, now they're regressing towards B. This could actually catch them off guard. They've tried to push mid to try and get the flank, but they have complete control of the site now. Little do they know they're getting pincered from the back, but only by pistols, and it might just be too late. Stray going down, fortunately, for UBC in this case, and well, that Molly's going to block him off completely. Jason, he can't commit through this, and they're aware of his position. Now getting spotted by Complete. He's just pouring on through, just completely decimating him. Gets finally burnt alive by the Molotov of Complete, and now retaining that lead yet again. We've seen Cal Poly just back in it. Like they've pretty much been down the entire game, and I think this might be the first time for them to re-grab that lead.
Yeah, UBC. This is almost reminiscent of the other poly, the French-Canadian poly, where they were just completely broken after. So they lost a string of rounds. They won one, and then they lose that round. And it looks like we're kind of getting a repeat of that same match. UBC constantly broke for money. They're not having the proper buys to really defend against this Cal Poly push.
Yeah, it's definitely, we're starting to see that's kind of fear come into UBC right now. They're not willing to even take these battles, not even looking for information. They're just playing as standard as can be. Mahone, the closest man to really getting any information. Right now it's our hood and Wums just posted. Wums at least in a pretty unconventional position as far as pre-aiming, but drops instantly. And yeah, this is not the best crossfire. Obviously, they're both playing fairly passive, but if they can get past Broken Wall and onto site, it's pretty much over. Our Hood's going to have to find at least a double kill before going down.
Yeah, Cal Poly Pomona, they're really running down the clock here, so they're able to change up their pace. And with 30 seconds left, it looks like they want to hit long, flashing, giving away their position. 25 seconds left. It looks like they might not even have time for smokes. Quick smokes coming in, but Derpachu with the frags onto this A site.
Nice. He was able to flick over to Derpachu and find it in his zone as well, dropping the man at the top of slope. Stray, they're just decimating the defense right now. Bomb going down with just 5 seconds left on the clock, and we are just seeing a completely different Cal Poly after the first half. Seeing that finally we're starting to see that T dominance, and we've been expecting it for weeks, and we finally get the game that's a little more T dominated. But yeah, super unfortunate. UBC even just committing to the save this early. Obviously, it's highly unlikely they're going to retake. We've seen them do it before. 2-on-4, they've come extremely close. Getting a 2-on-4 down to a 2-on-1, and then unfortunately unable to win it. But they get flanked as well, and
they lose everyone.
Yeah, they lose their rifles after just complete money destruction. 15-13, Cal Poly clawing back from a 5-10, 4-11 actually. I forgot that they only got 4 rounds on their CT side. Able to claw it back, and no, it was 5-10. It was 5-10. I'm tired and sick. All right.
It was 4-11. Yeah.
Thought I read the scoreboard right. I'm really sick. In case you guys don't know, watching, I'm doing my best to, keep my energy high, but it's hard. Struggle. The struggle is real, but not as real as it is for UBC. They're on their last round potentially of the Counter-Strike Collegiate Star League. Their life is on the line. Their dream hack spot is potentially on the line, and in favor of Cal Poly, they're looking to stay in it, win this Ro32, and carry on to the Ro16.
Yeah, this would be a pretty decent upset. I wouldn't say like the biggest upset, but definitely an upset. And man, UBC, they're really fighting for their life here. Our Hood makes contact on B plat, and Cal Poly, they can taste it. They can taste victory. Look at the armaments on the CT side. It's a bunch of pistols and 2 UMPs with extremely limited utility. So as long as Cal Poly, they execute together and they land their shots like they always have, they should be able to take the site.
Yeah, and here it comes. Final execute. 28 seconds on the clock. Bomb completely committed towards B, and only 3 CTs here. Luckily, they have SMGs to play these close quarters, so these smokes could help them out. But Spiffy finding the first entry, and this is where it could all just domino in favor of them. Mahone getting completely caught off guard. He's just getting completely pincered, and now it's our Hood. Last man in the smoke. He's going for the ninja defuse. No way he's gonna get this. No time, no kit. In Derpachu. He should have been the man in that position to find it. Finds the first UMP kill. He looks like he's given up. And in fact, that will be the game 16-13 in favor of Cal Poly Pomona. With the huge 2-0 upset. Same score line, 2 maps, Cash and a Cobblestone, respectively. Both going the same. 16 in favor, 13 to UBC. And very unfortunate way to go down. It was looking like they were finally beginning to retain their control. After losing 5 rounds in a row, they got that win. It looked really nice for them, and it just snowballed again. They just completely mixed up the pace. Cal Poly went for that fast A and just destroyed the economy yet again. And we've seen that time and time again, just winning a round and then losing the next one, basically forcing yourself into 2 saves. And, well, that's going to work out in Cal Poly's favor. They will continue on to the Ro16. Congratulations to them. We will miss you, UBC. You are one of the favorites. In fact, you had an article written on you, a top 5 team. I had hopes for you. I have friends that go to your school. I'm Canadian. There's so many biases. I wanted you to win, but you have to appreciate the fact that Cal Poly performed that upset. They played extremely well. Obviously, Spiffy and Stray specifically on this map, nearly both dropping 30 bombs. Spiffy with the 30 bombs. So, really good work out of that team. I'm definitely impressed. I did kind of foresee, we discussed before the game, I could see an upset coming. But at the same time, you have to you have to expect the experienced team in UBC. They played against some of the top teams in the bracket. They had the hardest groups. You still had to favorite them, even though I did expect an upset to happen. I really did fully want to see a third map, and I did expect that. So
moving forward, I think people are going to look at Cal Poly Pomona now and look at them as like a legitimate team that could challenge the road to DreamHack. And at the same time, it should have been telling, but I didn't really pick up on it. Where on the both maps, UBC had a very weak CT side, and usually, if you're a really developed team, if you're a team that's practiced and you're playing at a high level of CS, your CT sides have to be better than getting 2 rounds on Cobblestone or getting like 3 or 4 rounds on Cash.
Yeah, definitely. It did come down to some kind of standard stuff not going their way. Maybe not as practice, maybe a little nerves coming into play, right? It was one of those games where everything's on the line, and we started to see a little more of their surprise factor type play, whether it was Mahone starting to make aggressive plays on Cash, but it was only when they were down and out. It was only when things were getting desperate for them that they started to make these aggressive and kind of risky plays. But that's what you have to do in a game. Like, if you're playing high-level Counter-Strike, you can't just play standard every run. You have to make plays. You're not always going to get that first entry. Sometimes you'll be down 2 men, and you have to overcompensate with that on some sort of the map, right? We talked about getting aggression, and it seems as if they just kind of stuck to that standard play, whether it was T, whether it was CT side, and it came back to bite them a little more of that unconventional play from Cal Poly catching them off guard. Full confidence from them. They were not afraid to aggress on the T side. So regardless, good game tonight. I was definitely biting my nails. I thought a ninja defuse. I thought we were going to get one, our first ninja in CSL. If he had a kit, that was actually really close. I think he had 6 seconds left without a kit. So he was really close to getting that. Regardless, guys, that will be it for tonight. Thank you for tuning in. We will be back on Saturday as we progress into the Ro32B, the bottom half rather of the Ro32, with a great series from the West at 5 p.m. Pacific. On this channel, we'll be showing UC Berkeley versus UC Santa Cruz. So be sure to follow this channel, follow C Star League 2 as well, so you can get pinged when we go live. One more time, Asus, Twitch, both huge. We're really proud they're sponsoring us. This is only our first season for CSGO, so it's really great to get all these great sponsors here. If you type !Asus in chat, there will be a link to a contest. There are 4 or 5 different things you can do, so lots to select from. Lots of cool prizes, laptops, monitors, all that good stuff. So thanks to Asus. Go ahead, type that in chat, follow that link. Anyone can compete, so except me. I don't know if I can. But regardless, that's okay. That means more for you guys. And that'll be it, actually, for the night. You can follow me on Twitter at JZilk. You can follow my boy Will at CSL What's Wrong,
That's right.
WUTS. That is a mouthful. Wrong. And that'll be it. So yeah, sleep good, everyone. Thanks for staying up late with us. It's only 11:40 here on the Pacific Coast, so I can still fit in one more game of CS before I go to bed.
All right, guys. See you guys Saturday.
All right, take it easy.